Ankit Singh is an ethical hacker and a cybersecurity expert who won $21,000 in a live hacking event. $21,000 for finding a bug? That's a big deal. He has reported many security flaws, around 600 bugs with various tech giants such as Microsoft, Apple, Twitter, Amazon, IBM, etc. He also won 750k air miles from United Airlines again for reporting security flaws. He won $7,000 in 2017 from Microsoft again for reporting some bugs in their system. He has a very high rank on a bug crowd website, which is a bug bounty platform. He has conducted many cybersecurity talks and workshops, and his achievements have been highlighted by various newspapers and magazines. Now, the most important thing is Ankit is a self-taught cybersecurity expert. He doesn't have any degree in cybersecurity. He learned everything online on his own using internet. So if you are trying to build a career in cybersecurity, towards the end of the video, we are going to discuss a lot of useful resources that you can use to learn these awesome things on your own. Without further delay, let's get started. Ankit, what do you do as an ethical hacker? Sometimes you call yourself a cybersecurity specialist as well. So let us know the difference between the two and just talk about the current work that you're doing.
Yes, Dhavalji. So I'll start with what is ethical hacking basically, and what is ethical hacker first of all. So ethical hacker is basically is one of the individual who possess the legal authority, legal permission from the private organization, or whether from the state or central government to legally hack your assets, whether it could be a web application, mobile application, or network. And whatever loopholes or the weak points that we generally refer as a bug he may get, he is supposed to notify all those to the developers so that they can patch it up before a bad guy can come forward and exploit them all. So this is what the ethical hacking is all about. Now, ethical hacker is obviously the guy who is involved in into such security testing. And when it comes to the cyber security, the point is cyber security is the broader class of the entire security industry that we see today. So ethical hacking is just one of the subset of this entire industry, entire domain, you can say, and ethical hacking is just one of the subset of it. So when it comes to the cyber security, there are various subdomains within it. Like SOC is there, that is the Security Operations Center, where there are the employee who analyze the incoming traffic that is coming towards their network or towards their application, and they look at the traffic and they confirm whether it's having some sort of malicious signatures or not. And they do it on the basis of the SIM tool they have that they have, that is the SIEM tool, whether it could be of McAfee and Splunk. There are a lot many. Apart from it, like threat intelligence department would be there. Their work is to, there are emerging threats in everyday life, different malwares and ransomware that are coming to the industry to exploit the things. So their work involved to gather as much as information about these threats so that they can protect the organization from such ransomware or malware. Malware analysis is one of the part of this division. Then we have forensic. Then we have compliance thing, risk assessment, auditing. So these all things comes under the cybersecurity domain. And along with it, the one is penetration testing. This penetration testing is more towards the bug hunting thing that we talk about usually. So penetration testing thing is what I was involved into. I was working as a security penetration tester, and this is what the ethical hacking is basically about. That is the penetration testing. You look for the bugs or vulnerability that we usually refer, and then you're supposed to just notify about. And within the pen testing as well, there are various domains, whether it could be web application pen testing, mobile application pen testing, AD security, network assessment, IoT security, server security, lot many. So like that it goes.
Got it. So talk about your work, like what you have been doing recently as an ethical hacker and cybersecurity specialist.
So as I already said that I'm working as an ethical hacker. So basically these days I'm working as a full-time solo bug hunter. So ethical hacking is more towards the bug hunting, or you can say the bug hunting is towards more ethical hacking, vice versa. So my work is just enumerate all the possibilities of any bugs, or if there are any security flaws that are existing within the system, within the given system, and I'm supposed to then report them so that the developers can fix them up, patch them up before a bad guy could exploit them and perform. And it may lead to a security breach.
Got it. So you are a freelancer. You're not working for any company.
Yeah, recently actually I left my job, so we'll come to that later. But yeah, currently I'm just working solo.
Got it. Now let's discuss about the $21,000 prize that you won at Okta competition. You can discuss, yeah, what did you do exactly?
So
And
yeah,
$21,000, especially in India, is a big amount. So let us know, like, how did you win that prize? What was the process?
so actually, it all started right from the bug crowd. So there was a specification that some sort of live hacking event, which is the Okta Bug Bash, is going to be conducted, and it would be from the Okta. So what is Okta? Okta is an organization like every other IT company uses it for the SSO authentication purposes. So there was this specification, and it was mentioned that if you feel that you could impart your skills towards this competition, and if you think you can win, you just go ahead and apply for it. So I just went ahead. I blindly applied for it, and trust me, like before it earlier, I never been a part of any live hacking event or bug bashes. This would have been my first time. So I just applied for it, and after 10 days or so, I came to know that I've been selected. So this itself was really an amazing news for me because it would have been my first ever live hacking event, and I never knew at the end of it. After for some days it went, and at the end of it, I came to know that I am at the second place globally. It was a global live hacking event. So this was really obviously a very good news for me, and along with that, I won the most interesting bug award as well. So as a whole, they rewarded me with $21,000 for it.
Amazing. So how many days you spent in this? And let's discuss details about it. Like during those days, what were you doing exactly?
Um, those time entire day I was just over my system and looking out all the platform and the SSO implementation that they had. So if I can get any sort of loopholes. Technically, what they were, I cannot disclose right now because I don't have the permission for it. But there have been a few bugs, and as a whole, for them and along with the award that I achieved, I got rewarded with that much amount.
Nice. Overall, how many days did you spend? Like, I think it was 7 or 10 days, something like that, correct?
Actually, there was two phases for the event. The first one was the pre-bash phase, and then the main bug bash phase. So the pre-bash phase would be yeah 10 days or so, and the main bug bash was for 2 days. It was held in July actually. The application were there in the June, and the event was in the July. So 14 to 16th July, yes, the main bug bash phase.
Nice. So in just you spend 2 days in the actual event and the few days in the pre-event, and you
Yes,
won
yes, yes, yes.
$21,000, which is a very big amount actually, if you're living in India especially. And that shows the kind of career opportunity and the kind of potential that anyone has in terms of even financial reward in the field of cyber security and ethical hacking. Now, I know we were having email conversation and Okta competition is one thing, but you have many other achievements in your plate as well. Can you talk about them?
So yeah, actually, it's been a long ride within this bug hunting scene. So there are actually many. It would be somewhat difficult for me to just pick a few. But yeah, I'll start with the United Airlines. They have a policy that if you notify some security flaws to them, and if they find it valid, they'll reward you with the miles so that you can have some free trips, whether domestic or whether international. So as a whole, I till now I have won 7,50,000 miles from the United Airlines. So this is what I'll pick as the first one. Then, if I have to pick, then there was an organization. It was actually a blockchain-based organization dealing with the cryptocurrency in the form of Ethereum and Bitcoins. So in that, I found a bug that is technically called as the HTTP request smuggling. It takes advantage of the fact that an attacker can smuggle one of the HTTP request, and the next approaching request from any random genuine user would get prepended from this smuggled one. So I found this one, and using this, I was able to access everyone's transactions, everyone's wallet balances. I mean, mass account takeover kind of thing. So I
My
got
God,
rewarded for it. So
that's huge. Hacking into someone's like Bitcoin and virtual like currency account. That's like big.
So for this, I got rewarded with $4,300. And same sort of issue I also found on Vine, that is one of the Twitter asset. There also I found that this request to smuggling thing. Apart from it, I found one of the bug on the one of the main title website of IBM. The bug was technically XXC, XML external entity, using which I was able to crash down their entire server in the ease using the ease of just a single click. So how that was possible? This was possible because one of the variant of the XXC vulnerability is called as a million laugh DOS attack. So using that, you can crash down the server. So like that, and obviously Microsoft thing back in 2017. It was my first ever big impactful bug. I'll say it rewarded me with $7,000. It was a client-side command injection thing. So amount is not what why I like this one, but the point is I started my bug hunting journey back in 2016, and this was my first ever impactful bug that I found in December 2016. So it gave me this much amount. Then very recently, there is a company from S&P 100. It's a company in S&P 100, and there was a bug called as the web cache poisoning. So that I found on it, and I got rewarded again with the $7,000. So it goes like that, and there are many. Outlook again. There was a bug in the Outlook email application that I found, web application, and it was I'll just send you an email, and there would be a link within it, and you just click over that link, and your Outlook account would be mine. So technically, how is that possible? That is possible because one of the vulnerability called as the stored accesses. So like that it went.
Nice. We'll provide information of all your achievements in the video description below. So if someone wants to go check out your achievements, you're such a young person, and what you have achieved so far, it's amazing. It's remarkable. And you know what generates a lot of respect for you is you are a self-taught uh, ethical hacker, right? So, do you want to discuss your educational background and then what sparked an interest in this whole ethical hacking and bug hunting activity?
So Dhavalji, the point is, it's a good question because it reminds me of something that I'll just elaborate. Actually, I got passed out from my engineering graduation. I did in 2015. I got passed out, and within my BTech Computer Science, there wasn't any cybersecurity sort of subject. Usually, there is no such subject in the BTech curriculum. But right from after I had my board examination in the 12th class. So there were some holidays. I was just browsing over the internet, and I got one of the book from one of the ethical hacker, and that was about the introduction about the malwares and rats and keyloggers. I just went through it, and that was really something that fascinated me about this different world, different aspect of IT world. And that's how it all started. Then I came in my BTech, and in first year I had a friend. He gave me one of the book of a famous ethical hacker, and I read that book. It had some information about how what are the hashes, Windows hash, how you can just crack them up to bypass the Windows login thing. So this all is started. I had my own researches. I kept on exploring the things, and that's how I went afterwards. In my third year, after my internship, I did my internship, and then I started delivering some seminars and workshops and training to even to the MTech and PhD guys when I was in my BTech, and to the cyber affiliates, to some IT security engineers and IT engineers as a whole. So this is how it all started. On a freelance basis, I was just delivering it in the universities and colleges as well, and this is how it all went. And afterwards, I went to the professional career of it.
Nice. It's amazing that you did not study cybersecurity in your college, and whatever information or knowledge you have, it is all self-taught, right? It's like reading books,
Yes,
internet, and
yes.
doing things, which is amazing. I mean, if you are in BTech, if you're listening here, and if you want to pursue your career in cybersecurity, I think your journey shows that anyone can do it, and you just need willpower, because internet is full of like free
Yeah,
resources
yeah.
on cybersecurity,
Yes,
ethical
yes.
hacking, whatever you name it, bug hunting. So all it requires is persistence, interest, and just keep on trying. And you can just learn everything pretty much on your own. So that brings us to our next question, which is, if someone wants to make a career in this field, how should that person prepare? Can you talk about some of the books, resources, internet, any courses, etc.?
Yeah, Raj, is something that I really appreciate this question because I get lot many messages on the LinkedIn and Twitter every day from the freshers and everyone that we want to go for the bug hunting cybersecurity. And so instead of individually replying them, it would be a good opportunity for me to tackle them all. So yeah, as long as you are pursuing your graduation curriculum or whether you are in your school times, you can just make use of the internet. There are many articles out there. First of all, the medium articles which will bring you the write-ups of different bugs that the researchers would have found. Then apart from it, exploitdb.com, there you can find available exploits for some of the known vulnerable components, which you can further explore and study. Then apart from it, there is activity section of the HackerOne where there are the publicly disclosed reports from different researchers on the HackerOne. These reports are for the different bugs that has been disclosed publicly. Similar to that, there is CrowdStream from BugCrowd. CrowdStream is also one of the portal that the BugCrowd has introduced, where you can get the publicly disclosed report of all the bugs that would have been publicly disclosed with the permission. One good platform I'll recommend would be pentester.land. Here you can get enormous number of write-ups. There are tons of write-ups out there on the pentester land. They have accumulated most of the write-ups that are available on the web to that specific platform of pentester.land. Then securitytube.net is something that I went through. It's really good. There are some mega primers series. You can just pick any one of them and you can start the tutorial for it. So like that, there are many. And if you're looking for some courses kind of thing, then Cybrary is there, Pentester Academy, Udemy you can do. So there's a lot of stuff out there.
All right, thanks for sharing all that information. Of course, people won't remember. So what we'll do is we'll provide all this information in a video description below. Even if you have any, e-learning courses that you personally like, maybe we can, I will gather all that information and we'll put it in a video description below so that, if someone
Yes.
wants to learn these things, you have a handy reference. Now, do you enjoy working as a freelancer? I know you were doing 9 to 6 job previously. Now you are a full-time bug hunter, I would say, right? So, what difference do you see in your previous 9 to 6 job life versus right now, your freelancing life?
Yes, so the point is, Dhavalji, what I have learned by been all those times of my professional career when I was pursuing the jobs, I had approximately 3.5 year. I had my professional career while pursuing the jobs, and at the end of the day, you'll realize that you are just founded within those technologies itself, which the company, your organization is having. But if you want to explore yourself further, if you want to enumerate the things even further, then the possibility of the research is not much there. You would remain bounded within those scope of available technologies only in which your company is dealing. So that was one of the reason I had to leave the company. I was somewhat fed up with the daily routine, same thing you're doing again and again, same technology, same sort of assessment over the same application. But I wanted to explore the things. Apart from that, obviously I was making even more from just my part-time bug hunting that I was getting in my salary. Even though I was getting a very good amount of salary as the penetration tester, but still I was making even more from my bug hunting. So I had
Obviously,
everything that I needed.
like $21,000 that you just won in one competition, matter of few days. Sometimes people make that much money in a year by doing 9 to 6 job.
So yeah, these are some of the reasons to just I just dropped my 9 to 5 job and I came into the scene.
Amazing. Now, how is the career opportunity in cybersecurity as of 2021? And many of our audience is from India as well, so you can talk specifically about, India as a cybersecurity opportunity hub. So you can just talk about the opportunities in this area, and if someone wants to pursue a career, Would you encourage any person to pursue a career in cybersecurity?
Oh, yes, Dhaval, just really a good question because obviously the cybersecurity is growing up not just in India but everywhere around the world. So it's really a very good opportunity within the IT, where you can get yourself financially stable as well as you'll be working on a lot many different technologies and you'll be trying to break through them all. So as far as the career go, apart from the learning thing that I told, there are so many platforms I told that you can learn from here, you can learn from the CrowdStream, Activity, Pendesterland. Just a few I would like to include as well. Again, there is one of the YouTube channel called as the Bug Bounty Reports. So you can just follow those YouTube videos as well. So these are some of the things where you can learn the things as much as possible. And once you feel that you are good enough, you can just go for the certification. Whether you can go for the EC Council certification, like certified ethical hacker and all. Afterwards, you get a bit advanced, then you can go for the offensive security certification like the OSCP or OSWE. Then you can go for the SANS certifications are there like GPEN and GWAPT and all, etc. So these certification will help you to beautify your resume even more, and you'll be able to learn even more. Then you can just go and apply for the job. There is one great portal that I'll definitely recommend, that is the Null Jobs. This is one of the specific portal for the cyber security openings only. Here you can get various types of cyber security openings, right from the compliance, from the audit to the core technical like pen testing and SOC and all those things. So this is what I feel about the cyber security these days.
Okay. And money earning opportunity and potential is also there, right? Like, do you think this
Yes,
industry
yeah.
will grow at a rapid pace?
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about that. Because what we are doing now, as far as it goes with the cyber security, the things might not be same after 10 years. So because the technology is rapidly growing up, everything has been getting developed and advancement is there in the industry. So, as an example, artificial intelligence would be there after some time. So what we are doing, even more a scale of opportunity would be there. So it's definitely growing up, and now you can see like DevSecOps and so many different domains are getting introduced. So it would definitely be a great opportunity, whether financially or whether for your professional career.
Nice. I see many reports about hacks happening. I live in US and many of the even government portals and even big companies portals, they get hacked. And now I'm seeing many companies, they are having this big cybersecurity departments, where they have professionals working day in and day out to protect their applications or their assets from these hackers. So I agree with you. The scope is humongous. Uh, the way data science, AI, all these fields are growing, I believe cybersecurity field has a very similar career growth opportunity, both in terms of professional career growth as well as financial reward. Now, you have been doing some coaching and you have been running some workshops as well. So, can you shed some light on that venture?
Yeah. So the thing is like there are many companies who know about me, and they just contact me about delivering the workshops and seminar on the freelance basis, whether it would be for the cybercell affiliates or within the different universities or workshops. So whenever I get such sort of opportunity, I definitely go and deliver the workshop because it gives me a platform to impart towards the youth as well, so that they can even get even more aware about what cybersecurity is and what is happening. And since you have asked this question, I would like to bring light to something that I personally started back when I was in my BTech. Actually, when I just passed out in 2015, I started my own venture for the training and workshop. That was the Adideva technology I started. But at that time, I was completely blank, and I had no idea that marketing is the backbone of your business. I had no such marketing team and these things. I just went solo, a one man army. I got a little success as well. I delivered some workshop, but afterwards, I came into the professional job career, and afterwards, then I came into the bug scene. Then that Adideva technology, it kept me way behind. But yeah, that is something that is now a history that I way back from 2015. So yeah, this is how it goes.
Cool. So we'll provide information on if someone, let's say some college or some company wants to, wants you to present some technical seminar or conduct a workshop, how can they contact you? So we will provide all that information in the video description below, so that if they want to consult you for their needs, you can help them. All right. Thank you very much for awesome conversation today. I think I feel like I'm kind of new to this whole cybersecurity domain, so I feel like I learned a lot of things. And to be honest, before I we had our first phone call, I wasn't even aware that there are platforms which pay you such a big, like high money to just find bugs, just to locate bugs. So that was definitely a great learning for me as well. Do you have any final closing remarks?
Yeah, definitely, Dhavalji. The thing is, like, since as you raised about such platforms, so just to make the viewers aware, there are many platforms for it. Like, you can just go for HackerOne, BugCrowd, or Integrity, Synac, Cobalt. Bugvi is also there, recently started. Zerocopter. So these are such platforms where you can just go ahead and you can look for the public policies of different programs who do legally permit you as a researcher to come forward and legally try to find bug within their assets. And once you are able to find them, you can just notify about them. And apart from it, one more thing I would like to add, like, there are many people who prefer reading books rather than going through the videos. So there is one very famous book, web application hackers handbook. So this also one can start. And for the beginners, I'll say, rather than jumping over the bug hunting scene directly, or jumping directly to trying to hack the stuff, first of all, get a good hold on the scripting, because once you know how something has been built, it would be easier for you to break through it. So learn as much as the scripting languages you can. I mean, at least once hour, like picking up the web application thing, at least once hour side scripting language you can do with a PHP, .NET, Node.js, and Angular, whatever. Node.js is what I'll recommend. And of course, the client side, for client side operation, you can go for the JavaScript. It's really a strong scripting language. And then for automating your stuff, you can just go for the Python. So in this way, I'll recommend first try to understand how something has been built, how the protocol operates, different standard of it, understand how HTTP works, then try to go and try to find bugs out of the system or the assets. So this is what would be my final words.
Nice. Thank you. Thanks for that amazing advice. This will be very useful for anyone who wants to build a career in cybersecurity. Again, thanks very much for your time, and we'll end this now. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, Dhavalji. It was indeed my pleasure. Thank you.